Hey, do you remember that time you were pushing your buddy on the swing and you pushed them a little too hard and they hit their head and had to go to a mental institution because they couldn't remember who they were? Yeah, that never happened to me either. But it happened supposedly to the girl in this movie. So, let's begin.
6 women, 1 man, all dead. Edge of the Axe.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, FACCI'S Fudge Monster Cinema. Today's review, following in Filthy Dan's footsteps, once again, I am doing Edge of the Axe from 1988. A movie that, based on the cover alone, I can't believe I haven't seen earlier. This movie was directed by Jose Larraz and stars Barton Fawkes and Christine Marie Lane. Honestly, before I even start this review, probably the cover is probably the best part about this movie. I'm not gonna lie. The cover is fantastic. The movie, on the other hand, not very good. Follows a masked maniac, who would have thought, murdering people in California. I think Halloween did this in 1998, didn't they? Follows the opening scene of this movie. You think it's going to be pretty badass. Girls go through the car wash, and out pops this white mask wielding an axe, and just starts hacking the shit out of the windshield and busts right in. Never knew it was that easy to bust the windshield, but this movie taught me. If I need to get into a car, just hit it with an axe. It'll break, and then you pull right out. Incredible. You think it's going to be pretty cool. He just pops up, kills that person right off the bat. Boom, killed open the movie. Let's get into this. Yeah, it doesn't really go nowhere. Really. We meet Gerald. He's some creepy looking computer nerd. Moves into this one cottage. This is a Spanish film, so these were, I believe, all Spanish actors, so they really didn't know what they were doing. They really couldn't do their dialogue that well, being that they were Spanish speaking. So that might have added to the fact that this movie had terrible acting in it, probably some of the worst that I've seen recently in these slashers that I've been checking out. He's obviously the red herring throughout this film. The choices that he makes, the things that he does. Just his appearance, no offense. He just seems like a creepy ass dude. But somehow, he meets this girl named Lillian, a college student that's home. And for some reason, she's actually pretty decent looking, and she just falls for him. I don't know, they have the common love of technology and whatnot, so I think maybe that's what brought them a little bit together. She gets a computer from Gerald so that they can stay in contact and play games and whatnot, except for the computers are really weird. They're the old school big boxy kind with like the freaking black background and green letters, or green background and black letters. I can't remember, but it was definitely old school. And then whenever they typed something out, it like talked in Gerald's voice. So I thought that was very, very, very strange. One day, as Lillian's on the computer, she finds a list of the murdered women on the computer, and also, whenever they're on a motorcycle ride, she sees a scar on the back of Gerald's neck. So she's kind of, is this the guy doing the killings? Because as the film went, she told Gerald the story about her cousin Charlie. She was pushing him on a swing. Charlie said, please, please, no, stop. Lillian kept pushing, pushed him so hard, he fell off and hit the back of his head. And he was taken to the hospital, and then I guess supposedly he's been in a mental institution from the time that it happened. And she just finds it convenient that he has a scar on the back of his neck, and those women's names are on there, so she's thinking that, damn, it's definitely Charlie. I mean, it's definitely Gerald. But there's so many red herrings within this movie. They kind of try to look like everybody's a suspect in this film, no matter who it is. And honestly, like the whole time, I was just focused on Gerald. But then again, it was so obvious that there's no way it could be Gerald, because they keep focusing on him and making him look so damn creepy. It'd be too obvious. And as the movie goes along, we find out that it was, in fact, not Gerald. As the movie goes, there's more killings. I would talk about them, but they were pretty damn lame, to be honest with you. The axe kills, you'd think that'd be badass, but the killer is hitting the person with the axe, and it's not even penetrating the body. There's hardly any blood. You can obviously tell it's a rubber end to the axe, because it's just bouncing off continuously. The only little bit of gore we get is when the one lady goes to the pantry to get some like shotgun shells without turning a light on or even looking in, and they chop off the lady's fingers and you see a little bit of blood and the finger's gone. This movie, very underwhelming. People said, yeah, give it a second watch. It does not deserve a second watch. It just doesn't. Watch it once. You're a slasher fan. Obviously watch it one time. If you like it, that's great, but I highly anticipate you probably won't, because it's just not very good. Like Filthy Dan said, it's like these people are generic actors they found at like the Dollar General. And he's damn right. It's just the way it is back in the 80s with these cheesy ass movies. So obviously Lillian accuses Gerald of being the killer. He finds a list of every single woman that was killed and how they were related. Would have been related to Charlie. And Gerald figures it out. Gerald realizes that there is no Charlie.
There is
Lillian
no Betty
was Charlie.
either.
She made it up in her mind because she had, I guess, amnesia. She fell off the swing and hit her head. And she made up Charlie in her mind. And Charlie's the one that's been doing all the killing. But she doesn't even realize she's doing it, supposedly. I think Lillian knows exactly what she's doing. I just think she's that twisted. She wanted to get back at everybody that was involved with that psychiatric hospital. And she wanted to get back with anybody who was involved romantically with her father. These movies gotta stop going this mental institution route. There gotta be another way to get a serial killer to kill people. Not just, oh, they're mentally insane. They escaped the insane asylum. We gotta go another way, guys. We gotta figure it out somehow. But this was a twist, honestly, that I did not see coming. I did not see Lillian as the killer at all. The body frame of the killer itself did not even look like it would have been Lillian in the first place. Speaking of the killer, the mask was some white, like rubberized face, like generic Michael Myers without the hair. Like a black poncho. He got some black gloves. I guess that is like a giallo film. The red herrings aspect was also like a giallo film. God, I just wanted so much more from this film, and I just did not get it. I did not get it at all. Gerald and Lillian get into like a fight. They're fighting back and forth. She runs outside. The cops, the sheriff's there and whatnot, and some other people. And for some reason, Gerald ran outside holding the axe, chasing after her. So obviously everyone outside's gonna think, oh shit, here comes the killer. He has the axe in his hand. You leave the axe inside and then you just walk outside. And obviously, so he has the axe. They think he has a weapon. They shoot him. They kill him right there. Lillian runs over, gives him a hug. I believe it was her father, or gives him a hug, and then you just see her eyes come up and looks at the camera with like that evil glaze in her eyes. And then you realize, like, oh shit, Lillian was the killer. Lillian was Charlie. She killed all those people. It was not Gerald, but Gerald took the shotgun blast and is now dead, and she's still alive. So is she going to continue to kill? Is she done killing? She went there to do what she went to do. That was about the only good part of the movie, was that little twist at the end. Because honestly, I didn't see it coming personally. But it just wasn't good enough. The kills were lackluster. There was no blood. There wasn't hardly any gore. The goriest thing probably was the dog's throat slit. And who slits a dog's throat? Or the pig's head in the bed? I didn't know we were watching a mafia movie, Tony. I didn't know. Yeah, it just didn't work. I'd give this a 1.5 out of 5, if that. Like I said, you're a slasher fan, give it a watch because you're a slasher fan. But other than that, you're a general horror fan, you can skip this bad boy and move on to the next one. But those are my thoughts on Edge of the Axe. I'm so glad I didn't waste money on that damn Blu-ray. Phew, that would have been a waste of some damn money. I'm going to keep these coming out. Definitely join myself and Destiny on February 3rd for a Valentine watch party. That's going to be badass. Can't wait. And just keep staying tuned to the channel for all these lovely 80s slashers that I'm going to keep reviewing because there's just so damn many. If you guys have any suggestions, leave them in the comments below. I'll definitely jump on those for you guys if you want me to do a review for something. But other than that, hey, wait a minute, are you Charlie? Have a scary day.